All right. So I really like this piece. I like how you start, like not start, but I like how it goes through your middle school journey.
Yeah.
From the first paragraph, I wanted more about how you were accepted and like what that was like. You know, you not even wanting to write in the first place. I wanted to see how that really, like, how that changed you from, like, you didn't want to leave Maxwell, but you had to because you got accepted in Scapa. I want to know more about that. I want you to expand it. Like, I remember I wrote this poem or this story in 7th grade called blah, blah, blah. I wrote this when I was going through whatever. I agree with scratching on my surface. I feel like you're afraid to let us get to know you. I feel like it's really like, you know, I'm going to give you something, you know, I'm not going to give you everything, you know, really like lay it all out there because that would really.
Part of the issue is I'm kind of afraid because we have that word count and we have to fit all those things in, so I don't know if I should leave room to fit stuff in and make the summary of my Scapa career kind of brief and then fit the other stuff in, or if I should take it and try to wind it through.
We'll have another workshop too, so you know, like I would just like go all out, and then when we present it to the rest of us, like everybody else later, we could just cut whatever needs to be cut.
Okay.
So yeah.
If you don't put enough on there, then we can't find it.
Yeah.
If you put too much, then we can help you out with
what
it.
needs
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is our creative writing portfolio, and it's so hard, like I do the same thing, to use a different word, but the amount of writing, wrote, and everything is in here, it is a lot. And I think that I know I will definitely have the same thing in mind that I'll have to go through and weed out, but I think just as a whole, not to drag you guys down with me, but I think as a whole we'll all have to probably watch that just because it's so easy. I'm writing, that's what I'm doing, so it's hard not to use just that word for it. But I think that we should all probably watch that.
There's a couple, because as writers, we're artists, we're crafters, you know, producers,
super artists could use.
So,
We just need to invest in like some time with our thesaurus, and I'll just become
there's describers, you know, like all of those words that we use on our AP Lit essay, you know.
Okay.
Real quick, back to the first line where it says that I do that writing. I like how when you put the quotations over that, it really showed me that you were like not even into it. That I think that characterizes you in the beginning a lot. I think you should keep that.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, that's definitely not one of the words I would change. That is not one of the writings that I would change.
You know what speaking of that, like, the idea that writing was considered a talent seemed bizarre to me. How did they find out that writing was a talent for you? I'd like to know that.
Yeah,
that would be like a more interesting start to your whole journey. Like maybe, I don't know how it happened for you, but a teacher read your work.
Yeah,
and was like, wow,
See, but we would never know that.
Yeah.
And they would definitely never know that.
I want to know like before.
And like it kind of sounds like your parents like pushed you into it. So like talk about like why they pushed you into it.
That's true.
Because obviously somebody saw this enormous potential in you.
Yeah.
And that would be because we're supposed to talk about the people who helped us.
Well, that's true. I could add them in there.
Because I like I said, I love the reading because that's internal. But there was clearly some sort of external force that is seeming to be your parents.
Yeah.
That's what put you in there. And I think to see the internal and the external as like a growth in a movement, I think that would really improve it, and it would help us, or them, I guess, as readers, to see you in it and to have that insight.
I mean, like, you also talked about how you lost your mother, and so, like, if your parents were one of the driving forces that pushed you into writing, knowing, like, what impact the loss of your mother had, knowing that she pushed you into writing would also...
Because, like, when life changes, your writing changes. I mean, we all know that. You know what I mean? Like, when things happen in life, your writing changes because your perspective changes. So, your mother passing would make a dramatic change in your writing. And you scratch it on here, but that would be a really, really, really good, like, few paragraphs about how that totally changed how you write.